Yo, what up, guys? AIP is back in the building, and it seems like Coach Rulani and Mamelodi Sundowns have parted ways. Now, in my opinion, firing a coach like Coach Rulani isn't really the smartest decision for Sundowns to make. In my opinion, I actually think it's a very, very bad decision for them to make. You're not gonna find a coach like this guy just anywhere on the street, bro. Like, this guy really was good at his job, and the fact that he was fired makes absolutely zero sense, man. And I want us to talk about it a little bit. Now, when you look at Coach Rulani's CV, right, we can see that he's won 4 league titles, a Nedbank Cup title, an MTN8 title, and an AFL title as well. He's pretty much made winning the league title an every year thing for Sundowns. Now that's something that isn't really normal. I mean, like you look at coaches like Pep Guardiola at Manchester City doing it for Manchester City, right? And you can see how difficult that is. It really isn't an easy task to do that, but the fact that he's done that shows that he really is an excellent coach, man. Like, this isn't something that you should really take for granted. Winning a league title isn't something that you should take for granted. I mean, like, because it is a lot of work. I mean, like, it's mentally taxing on the players, on the coach, on the whole organization, man. And for you guys to continue to win it every season shows that you guys are doing something right, and that something shouldn't really change. Because I mean, like, what's the whole point of you firing him if he keeps delivering that title? Now, I know that yes, he hasn't really won the CAF, and I guess that's the one thing that Sundowns won from their coach. I guess you can see that they're kind of tired of winning the league title and they want that CAF title, right? But why not give him more time to continue to work on that? Because it's pretty clear that winning that title is very difficult, especially when you have to go against teams like Al Ahly, who make that competition very, very difficult to win. So why fire him and not give him more time? If you give him more time, I'm pretty sure that he would have cracked the code and he would have delivered what they would have wanted. But I feel like they are trying to rush the process, in my opinion. Now, when we go and look at a guy like Pep Guardiola, right, at Manchester City, when he started out at Manchester City, right, people are like, where's the Champions League? Because he kept on winning the league title and he made it such a common thing that people are like, we don't really care about this. We want the Champions League. And with him, it took him some time to win it. I mean, like, there was a time where he went to the final, right? And then we faced Chelsea. And then, unfortunately, he did lose, right? And a lot of fans were saying that, no, he should be fired. He's never going to win it. The next season, he went and he got knocked out by Real Madrid at the last minute with Rodrigo's sublime brilliance with those 2 goals at 90 minutes, right? And then people were still saying that he should be fired. And then the season after that, he goes on and he wins the treble. And now, all of a sudden, all is forgotten. That's not really how it should work, man. Obviously, yes, you're going to be disappointed if they don't deliver that big title that you want. But the fact that you see this person winning the league title every season should give you a vote of confidence that, no, he knows what he's doing. It's just that tournament football is very, very tricky, man. And you can see that with Pep Guardiola, it was very difficult for him. I mean, like, he is the best coach in the world, right? But for some weird reason, when you don't have that one title or you don't win that one title for the club, all of a sudden you start to kind of be looked at as like a failure by the organization, and it's like, we don't really know if this guy is moving us in the right direction. But it's like he is if he continues to deliver titles for your club. I mean, like, look at Pep Guardiola this season, right? He didn't really win the Champions League or anything, but he did win another Premier League, and that's something that as fans people should be grateful for. Also, Rulani also won the league this season, and he only lost 1 game. That's something that you should be grateful for as well. We can't take these kind of things for granted, because when you fire this person and then a new coach comes in and then loses 5 or 10 games in a season and can't even deliver you a title anymore, you're gonna want Coach Rulani back. And sadly, I don't think that he's gonna want to go back to an organization that didn't really value him. And that's how I feel. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, I'm not too sure. But there is also a clip of Rulani talking about this as well, and it seems like he might have been forced out, as I don't believe that he'd want to leave. I mean, like, he had a great relationship with his players and probably the staff as well, and it seems like the players also appreciated him as well. So why would he want to leave? So check out this clip and then we'll talk about it after.
It was decided to mutually separate, and I didn't want to leave. I have to make that clear, that I didn't want to leave. But I think my hand was forced, even though as I said to you, even, or did I say it to you earlier? I think I wanted to say it and I forgot. But there's a lot of things I can't talk about because I've signed a confidentiality clause that that prohibits me from speaking about some of the details and things. So I hope you understand and accept that there are things that I cannot disclose because if I do, then I'll get into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, no, which is fair. I understand that.
Now, as you can all hear there, he says that he didn't want to leave, even though yes, they did mutually part. I guess you could say that it was more of Sundowns pushing for him to leave than he was pushing, because I mean, like, he has such a great relationship with his players, man. Why would you want to leave that, you know? And the players loved him so much as well. I'm pretty sure that they'd even take a bullet for him, just like how he would take a bullet for his players. So this pretty much tells me that Coach Rulani might have had a bit of a clash with the new sporting director, right? Now, I've seen that there was a bit of tension, you know. The sporting director wanted this player, Rhulani didn't want that player, the sporting director still brought him anyway, you know what I'm saying? And those are the things that I guess can cause a rift in the club, because people want to, you know, agree on things. Okay, we all want this player, boom, let's go. But now when there's a bit of a rift, it's like, who's going to be the guy who's going to concede? Is it going to be the sporting director or the coach? Normally, under normal circumstances, right, it should be the coach who gets his way most of the time, because at the end of the day, these players that he wants are going to be deployed in his system. He knows what that player is going to give him when he puts him in his starting 11, right? It's not like he's going to be surprised one day and say, hey, I don't know this player. He knows exactly what the player is going to give to him. He's probably been scouting him for months, way before he initially wants to make the purchase or he wants to contact the player to come to Sundowns, right? But now when the sporting director goes to another country, I think the specific player that he got from Brazil, I think, bro, and he brought him here, and now Rhulani must work with him, but it's like, I didn't want this player, you know. So those are the kind of things, I guess, that can start to cause a rift in the relationship between the player and the club, and unfortunately, I think that's what probably led to the club wanting to fire him. Now, this is going to make it very, very difficult for when the next manager shows up, because that next manager is going to have to try to live up to Coach Rulani's crazy standards, man. I mean, like, let's look at these stats right now, right? Now, he's played, or he's managed 93 games, right? He's won 60 of those games, and he's only lost 7 times. Do you know how crazy that is, man? His win ratio is about above 60%, man, and that's not something that's normal. I mean, like, people are gonna say, but he has everything here, he has all the money, all the resources, but he still has to make those players play. This is literally the same argument that people try to use against Pep Guardiola at Man City. He has all the players, yada yada yada, but all because he has all the players and all the funds doesn't mean that success is just gonna come along with that, you know, because there have been coaches who have had everything at their disposal, but they weren't able to deliver title or get the team playing good football, and then they got fired. So the fact that people say that he has all the resources isn't really a great argument to make, because you're trying to diminish his work as a coach. You're trying to say, you're winning all because you have all the money in the world, which makes absolutely zero sense in my opinion. But hey, man, that's pretty much my opinion on this whole thing. I think that firing him was not a very smart decision for Sundowns to make, man. Just looking at his stats and what he's delivered for them and what he could have delivered for them, if he was just given more time, could have been something special. But now I guess we'll never know what could have happened or what could have been, which is very, very sad. But hey, I wish him luck in his future, and hopefully I can see him managing a big club in Europe and really putting South African football on the map, because I do believe that he is a gifted coach, and hopefully the world will get to see that, man. But hey, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. This is another different video that I'm normally not used to making, but I'm pretty much gonna just pop out these weird videos out of nowhere, because I do want to kind of branch out of the hip-hop space and show you guys what I can really do, man, because I also do love sports as well, and I am also connected in that world as well. So you guys will let me know if y'all like it. Even if y'all don't like it, I'm still gonna jab it, because I'm pretty sure that there are some people who still like this content. So yeah, thank you, man. I'll pretty much check you guys out in the next video. Peace out.